Hello, I'm trying to record this video about being stalked, but I'm having an issue here. This is enemy territory, okay? So just understand what I'm dealing with. Um, so basically, I am being stalked by someone because what they're trying to do is get attention media-wise. And so they're first of all, I am my name is Sharon Leslie Jeter, and I am, um, being stalked by someone who, I refer to in some instances as 007 concerning a video. There's a video that this person attached to my video that is numbered 007. So that's basically what they are, whatever their name is. They have tried to attach themselves to Leighton Meester in order to get fame and notoriety. This person, I believe, used a fake situation concerning this in order to get the lead part, try to get the lead part from Leighton Meester. The parts switched or something like that, and she tried to, the parts got changed or something like that, basically. So she is trying to use Derek, in order to get some attention and things like that. And basically the attention she got was, the show that she was on, it was doing horrible, and the only way it got numbers was when, there was a mention of him in the paper, and then after that it dropped back drastically the same numbers it was. Nobody was interested in her. So basically she needed his name and stuff, and then she got his name, used his name in order to, what I don't understand, it catapulted her into getting naked or semi-nude pictures in magazines. Explain to me why that would be something that I would be interested in. Like, my mind frame is, what do you tell the stripper? Okay, a stripper in a strip club, they are stripping. They're looking to Hollywood to say, hey, maybe I can go to Hollywood and get out of what I'm doing. So when a stripper gets into Hollywood, what does the person that's in Hollywood tell them? Well, when you get here, you're not going to be just in the club taking off your clothes, but you're going to be in a magazine, and they're going to take pictures of you dressed in the same stuff you wore when you were in strip clubs. Oh, it's going to be a little more expensive, but you're still doing the same thing. You're taking your clothes off for money. So what part is even appetizing? That's just not appetizing for me, and so I don't see making it as being shown with your clothes off. What, you know the part, the talent, that's supposed to be the thing, not who you're seen with, because the person is not, he's not even with you, like, he's being forced to do some things concerning her. I understand that. That's why I'm still there. I understand that there's some other issues and stuff like that, but I understand that, there's some things going on as far as, public sightings and views of them, and but there's nothing going on there, you know so my thing is that whatever the so-called picture and story is supposed to be, it's not so. you know I have been with him for years, and she came in knowing I was there, knowingly. So when she came in knowing I was there, she knew that there would be a situation. You knew that I was his woman. I was his lady. So for you to come in and insinuate yourself into the situation, you can't cry now. Oh, look at this. Look at what you came in my situation. I'm telling you, you remove yourself. You get stop. Overstepping your bounds. I don't care. Like Derek, he can talk to whoever he wants to, whatever. No, there's no threat on that part. But the disrespect, you're trying to make it seem like there's something else, and also trying, like, when there are people around you when you have someone that you're with. I'm with him, and you talk to other people, they probably will try to put it in your head. Oh no, this is going on. Like, what I've noticed over the years is there have been a lot of things where people are trying to make him believe I'm breaking up with him over and over and over again. Well, come to find out, most likely this would be the person that was doing it, under the guise of being a friend, and then saying, oh, yeah, it sounds like she's breaking up with you or something. That's probably what the situation was. And so over time, it's like, oh, well, she's breaking up with you. Well, then I'll be out in a picture with you, so make so you won't be by yourself, and like whatever the case may be. But this is what it seems like was being done. She was trying to convince him that I was leaving him or something like that, and I wasn't. And my mouse is moving, which lets me know that when my tape doesn't work, that someone is actually doing it. Someone is actually cutting off my video. My video is not just messing up by itself. There's someone that's actually playing with it, because now the cursor is moving and I'm not touching it. So like I said, I am being hacked, and then this is enemy territory. And if you have an administrator, they can mess with stuff. They're trying to click the off button and stuff like that. So at least it's good for me to see that, because I now I know definitely, um, you know, that there's somebody playing with it. It's probably an administrator, and they just turned the music down. They must know that I know. Yeah, and it wasn't the end of the song. Not that I know of. I could be wrong. Yeah, see, this thing is going a little haywire. But anyway, it could have been. Listen, I'm not even worried about the song, but I just know the cursor itself is moving. So I'm telling you, this is enemy territory. And anyway, so what's happening is my video on YouTube was speaking about my my site. I had 5 million views, 5,700,000 views, and I didn't use Derek to get it. I found a different way to do it. I went on Twitter, and did a little bit of stuff there, but that was after the fact. I had already gotten my views, in the beginning, and so I got my views in the previews. My views were 5,700,000, and that was without him. But this person is trying to use him to get fame and all that, and it's not going to work. But the only thing that they've really gotten out of it is to be able to be nude, like semi-nude in the magazine, and they're trying to I guess get a movie and stuff out, but they was trying to snatch that movie from Leighton Meester under the guise that they were saying that I'm doing something to them, but the only problem is you're doing it to me, and now it's come out full circle because that video made them so mad and so jealous that they couldn't help themselves but get somebody to put that video and attach it to mine. Now, before it was like number 4 in my suggestion list, I asked them to remove it then. Guess what they did? They put it as featured, which means that it's now attached to my video. And so when my video goes off, it pops up as up next, and then it has her picture in it. And my thing is like, why would you want your video to be attached to mine, especially if I'm going to say something to speak out against your video being on my page. So when I do that, you know I'm speaking out to say this video should not be there. I'm strongly letting them know I don't want this video attached to my video. And instead of getting relief, they've done a couple of other things. Like I caught them. I made a print out, and I made a video also of them. The videos on the side was just my video in the suggestion list, and the other ones underneath it. But then later on, when I went back on the site, this I hadn't gone on there for a while, so they didn't realize, and her video was not up there. But then when I got back there, the video was there. And like if I print it out again, if her video is attached there, it will come out on the top. Now, my thing is that we know that's just not the case. She's not on the top anywhere of me, or whatever the significance they're trying to make. These people they also deal in some spiritual things. They think that this works, and by doing that, it gives her preeminence over me. It can't. It won't. It's just foolishness. My thing is, The physical aspect is I just want the video off of my page. That's the one thing. Like whatever spiritual thing you think you're doing, that's not what I'm looking at just the physical practical side. Remove her video off of my video page. The video page is about Ireland, and Derek is Irish. So she must have gotten angry because the I didn't make it up. The top view on my site was Ireland. Ireland was the top viewers for my site. Ireland, in percentage overall, they stood out. The USA was in number two, and but the thing is that USA overall views, they were number one, but in percentage Ireland always came first, and it was a big, big, big percentage. Like I mean, I did really, really well in Ireland. I went over really well, and I mean, it's no shock. I mean, my honey is Black Irish, so that's good, you know. And so my thing is that I do not want any mixing or dealing with this person. Like whatever this person name is, 007, whatever, whoever this thing, I listen, I don't even barely recognize her. The only way I can tell if it's the person, if I never read the caption, I would not know. I would think it's just somebody else, or I would not know. I don't recognize the person. I don't recognize the face because I don't look at her stuff. I don't look at her pictures and things like that. What happens is she gets help from different arenas, different people in different businesses. Like I said, whenever they think they've landed something and done something to me, I will see the 007 video. There's a car that comes around me that is marked with 007. It's an official car, and there is also the gentleman that I know that his name is 007. He pops up also. Now I consider him, you know, cool with me or whatever. I don't know. He could be a plant too, but he as far as I know him. So when I speak about him, he's like about 60 years old or more. He was born, I think, before the James Bond movies come out, but his name is James Bond. He goes by the moniker 007. But what she did is to attach her video. So if I'm in a regular conversation with somebody and I speak about 007, they will always think I'm speaking about her because of the fact of her video up there. So she can turn to someone and say, "Hey, look, she's picking on me again because she said 007." And my thing is that I know someone named 007. I have their business card. You know, they work in a diamond district. But it's a good example of how she can confuse people. I'm actually, in a sense, glad that that happened because you can see how confusion happens when you're speaking about something in your life and someone's trying to steal your life. They parallel things next to you so that when you speak about some things in your life, they can jump on it and say, "Look, look, look, yeah, she's talking about me." So that way, people will start looking at you and pointing fingers. "Oh yeah, she's picking on her." But the thing is that I know someone named James Bond, and he's 007. You know, that's his moniker because of the movie. um I'm gonna do another video because this one is getting ready to run out um in maybe a little bit, so I'm gonna talk until it actually runs out. So my thing is that there's a lot of parallels that she has tried to draw, and then, you know, when I speak about ordinary things, she can try to say, "Hey, she's talking about me." Like, if I mean, I haven't even thought about this person. I don't even refer, like, who are you? You haven't made an impact. You know, I can't even recognize her face, her fate. Like, you know, it's so pathetic to me that I even have to discuss this because this is a no name, no face person to me. Like, what you are is nothing. Honestly, like, the only reason why I have to discuss this and talk about this is because your video is on mine. Your video is attached to mine. Like, her video is attached to mine. This is why I have to discuss it. I still don't look at the video, don't look at the face. So I just see that it's there and know what it is. But I don't recognize the face. The face, I don't look at it, so I'm not trying to pay any attention to it. I just want it off of my page. That's it. I want to stop being stalked. And there's a lot of ways that I'm being stalked. I'm going to go into some of the other things I'm gonna try to make sure that this is clear so you understand there is stalking going on.